Hello people, this is Red Venom 10 here, and today I'm going to be finishing part 2 of building a place of power. Remember how I told you before that if you actually get to start getting the energy moving, that cars and stuff will come around you when there's normally not there, animals will come around when it's not there? Well, when the time comes, there was nothing over here the other day when I started this. If you look over there kind of close, if you want to zoom in for them so they can see that? See, there's ducks over here. It wasn't there before when we started this yesterday. And I haven't even finished this place. I've only started right here at this one corner. So as you begin to go, like I left off last time, you want to walk yourself all the way through all the parts. Say for instance, if you want to consecrate the whole area, I normally do. I don't just go with one area. I go into the whole area because I guess I like to have a big area to do my workings at. Call it a little bit of ancient maggots, I guess, but not really for sure on that point. But I do like big areas to work because I do draw up a lot of energy and I do use a lot of power when I do what I do. So if you will follow me down this way, as I mentioned before about the chant, you can use the same chant that you've already started to place at to consecrate the fact of whatever you're doing. I said before that I look at the water as particularly as a psychic mirror where I can look at reflect on self inside and out, and also tranquility. I wanted peace and tranquility here and blessings to everybody that came here. So you can see, and even with the animals that's around, the noise that you hear from all the animals, notice the wind is quiet. It's not as loud as it was the other time when I did this. So keeping that same intent, you want to remember that's the intent that you're building here, and you want to keep that same intent. So as you're chanting this, remembering and visualizing at the same time that this place is being cleansed out from all this negativity of whatever energy that you're working with, or entity or deity that you're working with, and also keep it at the same time focus in this area. Remember, your report with the deity or entity that you're working with is grand, because without that proper report it can make your work go a little bit difficult. I see some people in the videos where they have different spirits that they're shaking up, and they're not aware that they're shaking these spirits up, and they're looking and they're not mad, but they're not happy either. They're curious. So they're gonna fight against you. But if you know the area and you know the spirits that's there and aware of it, which is why it's better to get a little bit more training, especially when you're coming and dealing with your powers, because it's like going into nature, you have supernatural powers, but then you're going into another area and basically violating that area by doing something. So by having reverence or report with a particular area, or building a connection with the spirits in the area, will help your magic and help whatever work you're trying to do go smoothly. And this is basically just basing it off of building a place of power, because you want it to be pure and you want it to have that resonance. If you're working real magic and you're working with real something there, you will notice it, because it'll change everything, reality. It'll change it, and it's beautiful. And that's the gift I give to everybody here by teaching you that, is by giving you that life-changing stability that you've been looking for, so you can make that happen for yourself. So remembering the intent, that's something that you will reflect on with this. That's why I basically brought up the water. The water is the psychic mirror, so you can reflect both inside and outside, and that is how you would channel that energy. Because water, even though it's psychic energy, is still connected to the emotions or feelings. So, and it's also connected to the moon. That's one thing. Knowing your symbols and knowing how these symbols also play gives you a little bit more quick reference in how to draw the energy in, and also how to connect it. So remembering that, also as you're walking around this whole area, if you want to walk with me as I'm chanting, I'm walking backwards. I normally don't walk backwards. This is something that you would do if you're trying to take up the energy, but I'm leaving the energy, and since I'm recording and talking to you guys, I'm making sure that you can see my every movement by walking backwards and knowing that I'm walking forward, because I'm channeling my energy forward as I'm walking backwards. So that's how much control I have over my own personal energy. Not for, say, the energy around me, knowing how to stay in harmony with it. As you're walking, each step you're taking, remembering you're chanting that this place is a place of blessings, tranquility, healing, and psychic reflection, or whatever it is that you're trying to deal with. that will be my intent in this area right here. So as I'm keep going, and I'm constantly concentrating each step, that same method, that same method, that same method, that same method. I'm thinking it, I'm saying it, I'm feeling it. It's becoming a reality to me because I know it. That's what it is, because I feel it, I see it, I know it. I worked it time and time again, and I know its benefits, I know its powers, I know its works. I know it, I know it, I know it, I know it. And that's how you would pretty much like start your chant in your mind and in your emotions and getting your whole self into the intent, and you just keep on flowing and keep on flowing, and you're walking backwards or forward to take up the energy or create the energy circle or the place of power. And getting close to this other corner, because I'm going to do 4 corners. Each corner represents a different cardinal point in the direction, but each point in this area represents the power place of this area, which is I'm consecrating for a place of power. And with that being said, this concludes this. If you have any questions, any comments, please give questions, comments. Please go ahead and leave them, and I will answer them to my best of my ability as well. Please do subscribe and enjoy. Cosmic blessings.